Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I um I had to come live and talk about this because I have covered this topic, the topic of Donald Trump for years. I've even went so far as to have done a documentary on Donald Trump that aired on 90 different countries. And today, March or what is this? May 18th, 2021, the CNN and other agencies have now reported that the Trump organization out of New York, the Trump organization is under investigation formally by not only the tax office, the property tax office, which is a ruthless office, by the way, for they have started a ton of different investigations against a ton of different people, well, some of them famous. The New York Attorney General has now joined the criminal probe. Apparently, from what I understand, they're investigating the Trump organization, including Trump himself, from not only criminal prosecution, but a civil prosecution also. Wow. What a way to fall, being Donald Trump and all. Donald Trump has owned, the Trump organization. It's supposed to be a .org. It's supposed to fall under different rules and regulations. And the part of falling under different rules and regulations means you're also not taxed the same. Um, some of the things, and I have to give Rachel Maddow her credit here because Rachel Maddow has done an incredible amount of expose type investigation type exposés, whatever you want to call it, on Donald Trump, really his whole family, this whole Trump organization. Rachel Maddow was putting this out on MSNBC 4+ years ago, even before Donald Trump was inaugurated. There was a ton of dirty details coming out. It wasn't just the grab 'em by the pussy tape. There's been an a ongoing investigation into Donald Trump since 2019 from the Attorney General, and we all sort of knew that while Donald Trump was an acting president, he was pretty safe for those 4 years. And if he would have been reelected as president, he would have bought himself even more time, an additional 4 years. You're probably never in your lifetime going to see an acting president get walked into a court under some criminal investigation. They're just don't expect it. I'm not saying that there's not legal loopholes and not legal ways they could do it, but you should probably not hold your breath. Now, this all started a lot of these investigations. Really, there was a lot of talk. I can tell you what one of the main investigations are. I can tell you exactly what it is. Hold on. Hold up. Let me put this laptop down. It's in motion here. All right. One of the things that Donald Trump is under investigation for is asset fraud. And he has been accused of and has one of his old lawyers, Michael Cohen, who did time, who went to prison behind Donald Trump, holding his head high. I will never turn my back on you. No, we don't do that. I'm like a mafiosa lawyer. Just call me consigliere. Just call me consigliere. That's essentially what Michael Cohen was to Donald Trump. and his whole organization at one point. He was like a absolute consigliere. And at one point, they seemed to be running a whole uh, crimes. They were a whole criminal sect, a whole criminal organization. Some would say that the Trump organization is a criminal organization. Now, one of the things that Donald Trump currently stands accused of is pretty messed up. But hey, us people that aren't rich, we don't know nothing about this. He has been accused of inflating his assets. So the $20 million house, he would, get insurance on it for 50 million. Oh, it doesn't bother him to pay more for the insurance bill at the end of the day. But he does. He stands accused of inflating his assets. That 50 million, or what was it, 95 million for that house that he paid for in Florida, the highest price that a home has ever sold for, an absolute ridiculous amount of money, like $95 million for this house. But y'all know who he bought it from? A Russian businessman. The same Russian businessman that was trying to hide assets from his wife during a divorce. And what perfect way to hide your assets in real estate. So it doesn't even matter if you're giving $95 million for the place, although it's absolutely ridiculous. What? You better build me a spaceship. I better be able to get to Mars in this home based on what? Anyway, that is does lend itself to an ongoing probe and criminal components, as they say. And here's the statement. This is from the New York Attorney General's office, Letitia James. She has joined the Manhattan District Attorney's office. Man, they are about to hem you up, Trump. And, we know that his family, his sons, and his sons' people and their public affairs, they're always watching people's videos to see what they're dropping, don't we? We know that. Oh, we know that for sure. They are so concerned about their public appeal and how they look in the public. Statement from the New York Attorneys General. We have informed the Trump Organization that our investigation into the organization is no longer purely civil in nature. We are now actively investigating the Trump Organization in a criminal capacity, along with the Manhattan DA. We have no additional comment. Ouch! Ouch! Ooh, you know what this tells me? Here, I'll give y'all a little bit of, this is what it tells me that, my 43-year-old brain, this is what it tells me. Because I know this for a fact. They've been investigating Donald Trump. Y'all heard what I said earlier, right? They've been investigating Trump real solidly since 2018. But even before that, they had some antennas up. It wasn't until Michael Cohen, his consigliere, his family attorney, his business attorney, he turned state on Donald Trump. Why did he turn state? Well, Donald Trump showed Michael Cohen absolutely no loyalty whatsoever. Michael Cohen was the one out on TV and doing interviews looking like a fool, showing nothing but loyalty to Donald Trump, for Donald Trump to then turn around and shit on him. Now, Donald Trump, he's been kind of he's been kind of low, right? He's been keeping a low profile lately. It's got to be a hell of a shock to the system to have gone from everyday coverage in the White House to virtually no coverage at all after the White House. And I know part of the reason why some of these news organizations aren't covering him is because they know he loves the coverage so much. Our TVs were saturated with Donald Trump. Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that, Donald Trump this. Like, damn. The president himself, he became the laughingstock all around the world. It wouldn't have really mattered what he would have done in office. He would have never gained that respect back. And now what we see is we see an investigation that we already know has been going on for a couple of years, where they are now coming out and saying officially that, yeah, there's some criminal aspects to this, and we are working with the district attorney. Listen up. Basically, what that tells you is get ready, get ready. The vision that we've talked about for years of seeing Donald Trump in some handcuffs, all the times those memes were thrown around on Twitter, we actually may see that. And I'm telling you, these people, they want blood. They are tasting raw meat when it comes to Donald Trump. I kid you not. They want Donald Trump and they want him hemmed up fast. They want to be able to say that they were the ones that did it, right? So if they don't move on it in their capacity, it may be the next guy that gets to do it. But I would say prepare. Prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves. Donald Trump may be in the legal fight for his life. Now, the New York Attorney General, they're working with, like I said, the district attorney, Manhattan DA. Man, like, again, let me just kind of preface this. Again, man, y'all's tax office in New York is a bad mother effer. Do you know how many investigations that tax office has gotten started into a ton shit of different celebs? Like, I kid you not. They are looking at millions of pages of documents, including Donald Trump's tax returns. Oh, they can get them, huh? Shoot, he was in office for, a whole term and we never seen him. They want to know if they are looking into whether the Trump organization misled lenders and insurance companies about the value of properties and whether it paid the appropriate taxes. And I hadn't even scrolled down, and I pretty much said that in the beginning of the video. The inflation of assets is insurance fraud. Even if you want the assets to look like they're worth more than they really are. It's like if something happens when the insurance company cuts you a check, how much money is Donald Trump worth? How much money is he really worth? I think that his tax returns would have shown that, and that's probably why he never wanted to show them. He has a thing about you believing that he's richer than what he is. Now, they're saying that, Donald Trump had previously called this investigation politically motivated. Of course he did. Of course he did. You think he's just gonna walk away from this without a fight? You think that he's gonna let these, tax investigators and Manhattan DAs? To me, when I see a statement like that you've got a civil office that is working with the Manhattan DA, that what that tells me is that they have found. Now, listen, all my shit's alleged. I don't have no obligation to none of y'all. So I'm just going to tell you from past experience what this looks like. This looks like that during the course of their investigation, the tax assessors or tax office's investigation into Donald Trump, they have found some evidence of a criminal situation. Thus, they need the Manhattan DA to come on and step on in because they're going to be the ones filing the case. Now, I mean, remember, like this particular office, they're in the whole civil realm of things. And they have investigators. They do that kind of work. Like when I tell you that the investigators for that tax office up there in New York City is no punk bitch, I bet you $1,000. I'd throw $1,000 right now down on the ground. I'll make this bitch rain if anybody can tell me, with proof, of course, that they don't have any evidence on Donald Trump. They don't need no investigator from no Manhattan's DA to do no criminal investigation, really. I'm pretty sure the tax assessors investigators went in there with files full of evidence. They were on top of their game before they went to the Manhattan DA at the end of the day. They know who they're messing with. They know what this is gonna bring and the kind of scrutiny that, a case would bring. Now, these investigators, you guys, have already deposed multiple people in the Trump organization, including his son, Eric. Not the one that looks like the serial killer from American Psycho, the other one, the red-haired one, the one who looks like a ghost. He's really see-through. He's more than pale. Like, he's translucent. I mean, I'm pretty sure he burns easily compared to like someone else. He's But he does kind of sort of like does he remind y'all of any serial killers? Like he is kind of creepy. But the one that was named after Donald Trump, that one, he he's a bit creepy too with that weird smile, and he's kind of tried to have a career on television in a way. He did some really weird interviews in the last couple of months. You're just like, he comes from money. He's like the epitome of being born with a silver spoon. Seriously, though. But for the last 2 years, this particular New York Attorney General has been looking into matters, including whether or not it improperly inflated assets on financial statements to secure loans and obtain economic and tax benefits, as well as how the Trump organization employees were compensated. So if he was inflating, like the price of a home, or if he said that this home is worth 95 million, but it's really only worth 25 million, but I want a loan. Let me go get a loan from Deloitte and whatever. Y'all know the bank I'm talking about. The one that's been caught up in all their dirty deeds, laundering money from the cartels and shit. Oh yeah, that same bank Donald Trump did all his business through. So he was able to go get loans on inflated assets. So yeah, if I got a house worth $95 million, I should be able to get a $60 million loan when the house was only worth 25 million in the first place. That's the problem with inflated loans. And it's a big problem for Donald Trump and has been discussed and talked about from the several years ago till now. And honestly, it's just like the chickens are coming to roost for me. So anyway, I have not yet, Madame. I am going to go check that video out though. Y'all know that, like, I swear there's all this audio, right? I've got audio where I'm getting beat up. I've got, I'm over there calling into the Blessed Watkins show. I guess this was yesterday. I haven't heard it yet, but I'm gonna go check it out. And then, like, I was Slappy. I was calling into somebody's live, or I was on somebody's panel. I was actually Slappy or something. So yeah, like they've put like they always say, I'm under so many troll accounts. I'm running 2,000 troll accounts, y'all. It's hilarious. What's up, Truth Seeker? Yeah, like me neither. What's up, Dalai Lama? What's up, Janet? I hope you're well. But yeah, man, I had to tell y'all about this because I know that, y'all, what if we literally see breaking news with Donald Trump being walked out in handcuffs or something like that? Do you think they'd give him like any sort of like special treatment because he was a president at one time? They want him. Their mouth is salivating for the chance to walk him out. Whoever does it, whoever literally walks Donald Trump out is standing beside him with cuffs on, they're going to be famous for fucking ever. You will be forever stamped in the history books. And times like that, moments like that, they come around in inopportune times. So we will leave it at that. Um, until next time, y'all, I had to bring this update to you guys. I'll continue to monitor it and we'll go from there. Bye, guys.